Hello and welcome to Lexi's Healthy Dynamic Life Raw Yoga Workshop. My name is Lexi Tavares. I'll be your host for this class called Backbends for Self-Love and Confidence. So why even practice backbending? Well, there's several reasons. Backbends make us feel good. They just do. Backbends are some of the most uplifting asanas or postures that can help create a more positive sense of self. There's something about the head being down and the chest being open that changes the physical body and can alter our mental perspective. As we go around in daily life, so much of our existence is in our heads. Back bends get us out of the head and into the body, and they're very energizing for this reason. You only need to practice back bends to find this out yourself, which we're going to do today. Another reason why back bends are so amazing is that they create space and bring balance to ourselves. And while many kinds of sports and activities wear the body down, back bends particularly have this opposite effect. They keep and create space in the body and keep the organs healthy and open. When we think about someone who is in good health, we think of someone with good posture, right? And a full and open chest. When we associate with sadness or depression, we think of a collapsed chest, round shoulders. So back bends open the chest as well as the lungs and improve blood circulation and blood supply moving around the body. And so most things that we do in life involve moving forward. When we're sitting at our desk, caring for children, driving, walking around, it involves the body moving forward, and that can really take a serious toll on the body. And especially as people get older, the spine will tend to naturally round more forward, which can impede the function of our heart and our lungs and other internal organs. Back bends can be a great antidote for this process, helping to balance the overly moving forward and help us feel a greater sense of freedom in the body. Another reason why back bends are amazing is because, believe it or not, they help us face challenges. They directly improve our ability to tackle challenges in life. When we bend backward, we're going into the unknown. So it does bring about a sense of fear. And so learning to work through this fear and any resistance that comes up is part of this ongoing practice of backbending. And as we practice facing this fear regularly, we can develop more resilience, more courage, more confidence that can help us outside of yoga, off of the mat, when facing difficult or challenging situations. Back bends also make us strong, hence confidence and courage. They make the spine strong and flexible at the same time, which means everything else works better because the spine is the central frame for the body, and caring for the spine is essential for ongoing full body health. When our spine is strong and flexible, we carry ourselves with a different level of integrity and confidence and self-love. And this becomes increasingly important as we continue to age. So as you continue to live and get older, you might find, as practicing back bends, that you can do more than what the average person can do because your spine is healthy and strong and flexible. Back bends also keep us vital, right? That vitality, that life force. It keeps you young in a sense. I've heard it described as the fountain of youth. practicing back bends, and it gives us confidence. So how you feel becomes determined by what you do. So by practicing back bends, going into the unknown, embracing self-love and confidence, we can improve our lives off the mat as well. So as we do back bends, what we're doing is opening our heart. You might have heard of heart openers. So we're opening the structure of the chest, the tissues, the bone, the muscles. This is all where the heart resides physically, but also energetically and emotionally. We're opening up the capacity to love, have more compassion, acceptance, gratitude for ourselves and for others as well. So, heart opening postures or asanas offer us the opportunity to heal, the capacity to feel more love for ourselves and others, and even creating a pathway to overcome any grief or loss. So, heart opening allows you to attune to your body, to listen to its sensations, and it becomes easier to notice the appropriate level of care that makes sense for you. So, embracing vulnerability, which is we're in a very vulnerable position in back bends, it requires courage and willingness, um, and and that's what we're cultivating when we practice backbends. So if you notice any memories or experiences that were stored in your body, that healing can surface when we practice backbends, and just allowing that to show up, move through, and to restore and create this new experience in your body. By opening up the front of the body, we can identify what's been inhibiting us from moving forward and begin to reclaim a safe, loving space within ourselves. So, without further ado, let's get started with our back bend asana for self love and confidence. Go get your yoga mat and any props you might like. I'm gonna grab a blanket, some pillows, some blocks, a bolster, and a strap, and I'll see you on your mat. Thank you so much, Alicia, for being with us today. She's going to be assisting and taking this workshop alongside with you. Back bends for self-love and confidence. So to start off, we're going to ground with some pranayama, which is our breathing practice. Breathing is so important in any practice because without breathing, we're not alive. So to cultivate a conscious breathing awareness, we can carry that through with the rest of our asana practice, which is especially important in back bending to keep breathing in and out. So for self-love and confidence, we're going to be doing some diaphragmatic breathing, which is one of my favorite breathwork practices, and also cultivate in some mantras or affirmations. So an affirmation statement is a statement that's calling in what you want to create in your life, or something that you want to feel, be, do, or have, that you're experiencing now and you want more of, or something that you'd like to bring in. I really love to create affirmation statements in the present tense, I am, or the present tense verb. So, Alicia, are there any affirmations that you like to work with that really resonate with you for self-love and confidence?
Yes, actually, I have a mantra that I've been repeating for years now, and I was at Walmart and I had to make a copy of my key, and I saw that there's like a dog tag machine there, and for $7, I actually made a keychain that says, "I am healthy, I am protected, I am loved."
I am healthy, I am protected, I am loved. That's so yummy and juicy and loving. I love that. So if you're watching from home, I invite you to pause this video and grab your journal or sit and think about what affirmation you want to call in to our breathwork practice today. It could be something as simple as, I love myself. I'm exactly where I need to be. I am perfect. I am perfectly imperfect. I am confident. I have everything I need. Whatever it is, call that in and you can practice repeating it to yourself. Once you have your mantras or affirmations ready to go, let's get our body in position. So you can choose to do breath work standing. You could do it seated or lying down. I love to be lying down so I can fully relax my body, though lately I also like to practice seated. So you can sit in Virasana, Hero's Pose, Sukhasana, Easy Pose, or lie reclined on your back. What would you like to do?
I'll lay down.
Okay, so Alicia's gonna lie down, and you could use whatever props you'd like. You could put a bolster or a blanket under the knees, under the back. You could use a pillow, blocks, a blanket over you to keep you warm, whatever it is that would make you happy. Is there anything you'd like?
Good, I like your mat.
Okay, she likes the mat. So once you're situated in the position you'd like to be for pranayama practice, close your eyes, or you could keep your eyes open and fix your gaze somewhere unmoving in front of you, your drishti, your focal point. Bring your awareness into your body. Start to notice how you're feeling right here, right now. Is there any sensation? Any relaxation? Letting go of any judgments of what's good, what's bad, what should be, what shouldn't be there. With a sense of curiosity, just noticing how our body feels. You could scan the body, starting with the toes, the feet, the ankles, bringing your awareness up the legs, to the hips, the belly, the back, the shoulders, the arms, the fingers, the neck and the head. Amazing. Just relaxing and focusing on sending your awareness to your breath now. With that same sense of curiosity and openness, just assessing how the breath is moving naturally right here, right now. Where do you most sense the breath? Is it in the tip of the nose, the back of the throat, the chest or the belly, rising and falling? And just allow your awareness to focus on the breath. Breath moving in, breath moving out. Again, letting go of any judgments, like a loving mother observing her child with love and wonder and curiosity, noticing the breath just as it is. And now we're going to start belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. So sending the breath all the way down to the belly so that it expands and then contracts belly towards the spine. Beautiful. You can see Alicia's belly moving up and down. If you'd like, you could put a pillow or a tissue box on the belly to see it moving up and down. Or maybe one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly to feel the sensation of the breath. Beautiful. Keep your awareness coming back to the breath. the mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just notice that and come back to the belly, expanding and releasing. And now think of your affirmation or your mantra that you want to cultivate for this practice today. Could be, I am loved, I have confidence, I am here now. And on your inhale, fill the belly, the whole abdominal cavity with this affirmation, this mantra, and this intention. And as you exhale, and as the belly contracts, imagine that it's pushing the same affirmation into every cell of your body. So breathing in, I am healthy. Breathing out, I am healthy to every cell in your body. Breathing in, I am protected. Breathing out, I am protected to every single space of your body. Breathing in, I am loved. And breathing out, I am loved to every cell in the body. Whatever your affirmations or mantras that you're working with today, let's take 5 more rounds of deep belly breath. And you can visualize sending it into the belly and out to every part of your body, or maybe out into your space, out into the world. Nice, deep, big belly breaths of love, of confidence, of strength, of courage. I am strong, I am courageous, I am here, I'm showing up for this workshop. That's courageous. That's amazing. Beautiful, breathing at your own pace. Bringing your awareness back to the breath, back to the affirmation. Let's take one more deep breath in together. Maybe hold it for a moment. Feel that energy, that affirmation swirling, and then let it go with a sigh. Amazing. And when you're ready, you can begin to open your eyes slowly. Start to bring some energy back into the body, maybe wiggling the fingers or the toes. Rolling on to one side of the body. Pause for a moment there. Take a nice deep breath in, thinking of that affirmation. And on your next exhale, you can use the strength of your arms to push yourself up to seated. And if you are already seated, that's great too. If you're standing, you can come join us. So how do you feel now versus when we started? Incredibly relaxed. Amazing. Anything else come up for you or shift or change?
No, your voice is very soothing. I enjoyed that a lot. Thank you.
Thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it. So if you're watching from home or outside or wherever you are, I invite you to take some time to journal or think to yourself about how you feel in your body after practicing diaphragmatic breathing, our pranayama practice, and also after playing with our affirmations and mantra exercise. I know when I first started cultivating an affirmation practice, I was like, this is so awkward and weird, like it doesn't feel true yet. So if that's the case, it's okay, right? Just like when I started learning the violin in 7th grade, it was like, this feels really weird, but with practice, it becomes easier and easier, and then more enjoyable too. And if you loved it and you've been practicing affirmations like Alicia for years, then reflect on that as well. Maybe there's other words that you want to play with. So let us know in the comments below what affirmation or mantra you played with today, and I look forward to hearing your responses. All right, let's move.
Can you do that again? I was touching myself, please.
All right, let's move into our asana practice, our back bending for opening the heart, for self-love and confidence. Our first asana is called Parigasana. Pariga means the beam of a gate. So if you imagine a gate opening and closing, that's kind of what this pose resembles. And we're going to be moving our back bend laterally, which might be a surprise, which is a fun surprise, I think. But it's really cool to cultivate balance because we have like our left side of our body, our right side, feminine, masculine, yin and yang. And to balance both sides is to cultivate love for every part of ourselves, which is really cool, especially in a culture that really emphasizes positivity. You know, to balance that, to love every emotion, state, and every experience we have is to, I think, really embrace total and complete self-love. So let's get started with Parigasana. You're going to start in Hero's Pose. And then, come onto your knees. Face the camera for us, please, Alicia. Perfect. I'm just going to stand over here. Take your right leg and extend it out toward the side, planting your foot on the mat, toes facing the front. Good. So the knife edge of your foot is going to be parallel to the side of the mat. Perfect. Knees are in line with each other. On your inhale, bring your arms out to a T. And stay here for 2 breaths, softening the shoulders. Beautiful. Nice energy coming out of the fingertips. Good. Inhale. Send the torso over toward the right. Flip the palm up on the right hand and bring it to rest on the thigh or toward the ankle. And bring the left arm up overhead, reaching. Getting a nice lateral bend. Good. And the right ear can rest on the right shoulder, eventually moving toward the left arm, coming toward the left ear. Beautiful. Breathing here. We practice our pranayama. Amazing. We're going to stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. Amazing balance, amazing strength, amazing flexibility. And on your next inhale, bring your arms back up to a T. And on your exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the right foot to meet the left foot, coming back to the knees and sitting back on the heels. How do you feel?
Good.
Awesome. Let's do the other side so we can switch places. So you're going to start in Virasana or Hero's Pose and then come up to your knees. Good. She's got her left leg extending out to the side. And on her next inhale, she'll bring her arms up to a T. Holding here for 2 breaths, relaxing the shoulders. Good. Inhale. Flip the left palm, reach up and over toward the left foot. Amazing. Letting the head rest toward the shoulder, reaching the right arm up and over. And you can stay here for anywhere from half a minute to a minute, as long as you'd like. Beautiful. Her hips are in line. Everything's in alignment. Just breathing here. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. Maybe saying that affirmation to yourself as you breathe in and out. And on your next inhale, bring the arms back up to a T. On your exhale, bring your arms down to your sides. Bring your left leg to meet the right and come back to Hero's Pose. How are you feeling?
Good.
Do you notice a difference on one side versus the other?
Definitely.
What did you notice?
More flexibility on my right side lean versus my left.
Okay. And so that's really common to notice a difference from one side or the other, which is why it's really cool to practice lateral side bending when we're practicing back bends for self-love and confidence. I remember growing up in dance, I had a favorite side, and I'd always show off my right splits because it felt the best and I could do it and I thought it looked pretty. But, you know, really to cultivate total self-love and confidence, we practice both sides. and work towards improving in that area. So thank you for sharing that. And if you're practicing at home, notice how you felt on each side and notice how you feel now versus before the posture, Parigasana. With Parigasana, there are several options to use a variety of props. So I'd like to show you that now. Some of us have sensitive knees, especially when we're practicing on a hard surface. So an easy fix for that is a blanket. So if you want to put this under your knees, starting in hero's pose, beautiful. She's going to take her left leg out. She's ready to go into Parigasana. Breathe in, arms come up to a T. Exhale, lean over towards the left side. Good. Now, if you want some extra support with the left hand, you could take an egg and you could put your palm on the egg, reaching over, allowing this elbow to bend if necessary, or you could use a block. Beautiful. If you have blankets or pillows, you could use that, or library books, encyclopedias, that works as well too. And you can come back to hero's pose and relax. Next we have Bhujangasana. Bhujanga means serpent, so you guessed it, this is cobra pose. So starting in Virasana or hero's pose, walk your hands out in front of you and bring your belly to the floor so that you'll be laying down. Beautiful. And you can rest one cheek onto the floor in this posture. Bring your hands under your shoulders slightly towards your pelvic region. Elbows are bent and close to the body. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring the torso up. Good. Keeping the toes pointed, legs lengthened and engaged. Amazing. Take 2 deep breaths here, relaxing the shoulders. Oh, yeah, nice adjustment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press up if you can. Relaxing the shoulders, amazing. Feeling a nice back bend, heart opening. Engaging the buttocks, the anus, the pelvic region. Mula Bandha, it's almost like holding in the urge to go to the bathroom, number 1. Legs are strong, tops of the feet are pressing into the floor. Elbows could be bent or straight, opening the throat. Oh, I love that. She just relaxed her shoulders. Keep breathing here. This is a really invigorating, heart-opening pose. Deep breath in and exhale. Slowly bring yourself down to the floor. And you can take the opposite cheek to the floor. Bring your hands back to your side and give yourself a rest. Breathing in and out. Another breath in and out. We're going to press up into Bhujangasana one more time. So bringing the hands up toward the torso. Breathing in, exhale, coming up halfway. Inhale, exhale, press up, engaging all of the lower abdominal muscles, the pelvic muscles, the leg muscles. Amazing, relaxing the shoulders. Oh yeah, opening the chest, opening the throat. And when you feel complete and ready, you can slowly roll down, coming back to the other cheek and relax the arms. Beautiful. Taking a few deep breaths here. Amazing. So I'm going to go over another variation, half cobra, Ardha Bhujangasana, which is often referred to as baby cobra. So Alicia's going to bring her hands back to her torso, elbows towards the body, lifting up on her exhale. Good. Ever so slightly, drawing the shoulders away from the neck, creating space. Beautiful. And here, pressing into the tops of the feet, engaging the legs, she can hover her hands off the floor or prep the fingertips on the mat so that she's not putting all of her weight into her hands. Beautiful. Keep breathing. You're amazing. You got this. One more breath in and out. Come down nice and slowly. Putting the other cheek to the floor. Hands can go by your side. Breathing in and out. How are you feeling?
Good. That was a nice stretch.
Good, nice stretch. Amazing. So we're going to come into a counter pose, which is also a back bend, called Balasana, child's pose. So from here, bring your hands back under your shoulders and press into the earth as you send your hips back towards your heels. Good. Keeping your hands extended in front of you and letting your hips rest on your heels. There's many variations available to you in Balasana, in child's pose. So Alicia brought her hands under her forehead for support. You could also take a pillow or a block under the forehead, something like this, nice and smiley. You could also take a blanket and put it under the hips between the heels to feel more grounded in your hips. You could put a block or a blanket between the belly and the thighs. And if you have a friend or a family member or a person around, you could ask them to do an assist. So I'm going to take my hands on the low back, take a deep breath in, and exhale. Might even give you a nice back massage. Keep breathing. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath here. Good. Inhale, and on your next exhale, bring your hands back towards your shoulders and press yourself up into hero's pose. So how do you feel after practicing Bhujangasana and Balasana?
Very good. Definitely a very good stretch in the back that I needed. Yeah. Especially from sitting on my computer and bending over my phone or a book. It was nice to have the opposite of that.
Awesome. So feeling the stretch in the back, and do you feel any sensation in the front of the body as a result?
No, I definitely have to worry about or focus more on lowering my shoulders, like you said, creating that space here instead of hunching up. So,
yeah, and that's something that a lot of us are working towards, right? The tech snack, the computer, the driving, even just in our thoughts and how we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, there's a lot of tension that can be created in the neck and shoulders. So through this practice and consciously focusing our awareness on these cues, we can, relax the shoulders, create space, open up the heart, and it will get easier and easier with practice. So if you're watching at home, take some time to reflect on how you feel after practicing Bhujangasana and Balasana. All right, let's continue our back bend postures with Supta Virasana. Supta means reclined and Virasana means hero's pose. So Alicia's going to start in hero's pose facing this way. And traditionally, Virasana is executed or performed with the heels out to the side and the hips towards the floor. This might feel comfortable for you. It might feel awkward, in which case you can just bring your heels together and sit on your heels. It's up to you how you practice it. There's no right or wrong way. It's just what feels good in your body. Okay. So I like to bring my heels out and my hips to the floor, but again, it's up to you. You're going to start in hero's pose and then bring your hands to the mat behind you, coming down onto your forearms, bringing the head to the mat. Okay. Good. And you could stay here. You could bring the crown of the head to the mat or to a block. You could bring 2 blocks. You can put blankets or bolsters. I'm going to slide this under. Good. And relax the shoulders. You could bring the arms straight out by the sides. You could bring the arms overhead.
Can you take the blocks off?
Yep. Good. Let's take the arms overhead to relieve any pressure. And you can hold onto opposite elbows. Do you want to block to rest your elbows? How's that?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Stay here as long as you can, breathing in and out. Amazing belly breathing, Alicia. Opening the heart. Cultivating that mantra, that affirmation, that intention that you set at the beginning of practice. I am loved. I am supported. I am safe. I am courageous. I am strong. Beautiful. And then coming back out the same way you came in, or rolling onto one side, just rolling out of the pose. I find that's an easy way to come out of it. So how are you feeling?
Good. I would like to try to come out of it on my forearms again.
Okay.
If you could help guide me.
Absolutely. We can do this all again together. First, I want to know how that posture was for you in the expression.
Very awkward. I do headstands a lot, but I feel like I'm always entering it from this direction. Very rarely am I entering from that. So that was nice to gain trust in myself with that.
I love that you said that. It's really bringing it full circle back to what we talked about in the introduction about how backbends are leaning into the unknown, into a potential zone of fear. And what Alicia's talking about is, opening up and trusting that the floor will be there and trusting that your body will know what to do. And so that's a really beautiful insight. If you have a similar experience or a different one, let us know in the comments. And let's get to it. Let's do it again. Supta Virasana. So starting in Hero's Pose. Beautiful. And then bringing the arms back, eventually coming down onto the forearms. Good. Bringing the head onto the earth. Then bringing the arms overhead.
Now, should I be laying my head flat?
Just like you had the crown of your head, and then, yes, bringing the heart up.
Okay.
Beautiful. When you're ready, you can bring the arms overhead and hold opposite elbows. Put a pillow here. Good. Breathing in and out. Amazing. Relaxing the shoulders. Okay. And when you're complete, bringing your arms back down to where they were, bringing the forearms onto the mat, then pressing. Yep. Exactly. So you press into the forearms, keeping that back bend, eventually coming up onto the hands and then up. And it'll become easier with practice for sure.
Yeah.
So that's why there's 2 different options of coming out. Thank you for practicing Supta Virasana with us. And let's go on to the next pose. This next asana, this next posture is super fun and it's great for self-love and confidence and just fun and joy and bliss, which I think all lends itself hand in hand. So this asana is called Simhasana. Simha means lion, just like Simba from the Lion King. So for this asana, you can start in Virasana, Hero's Pose, like Alicia is sitting. You could also go in Lotus Pose, which is challenging for me. So I'm going to sit in Hero's Pose. Once you get situated, you're going to take your hands, walk your hands out in front of you, coming onto your knees. So, coming onto your knees. So you're on your hands and knees, and you're going to stick out your tongue, take your eyes and look up to your third eye, crossing and looking up, and make a lion sound. Right? And then inhale, come back to your seat. Exhale, walk your hands out. Inhale, come back. Exhale. Good. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Nice shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 2 more. Exhale. Relax the shoulders. Good. Getting a nice back bend here. Last one. Good. And take a seat. Relax. How do you feel? Goofy. If you're at home watching, how do you feel practicing Simhasana? I really love it because it takes a certain level of courage or confidence to be goofy, right? We sometimes take ourselves so seriously. We want to be professional and poised and present ourselves in a certain way. And so to be fun and funny sometimes requires stepping out of our comfort zone, which is why this is one of my favorite asanas. When I learned this, I'm like, this is yoga? That's so funny and so cool. And it almost helps us, look at life with a different set of eyes, right? Like, it can be fun and funny and to love every single experience, every part of it. So, when something doesn't go my way, which it happens, I want things to go a certain way and it ends up having a different result, I can be sad or mad or angry and love that part of myself. And I can also choose to about it, right? So, Simhasana. Let's do it again together. Let's do 5 more rounds. And really embracing this practice of back bending again. So as you come forward, see if you can open up the whole front of the body as well at the same time. Opening the throat, opening the chest, opening the whole front of the body. Okay, so shake out all the little wiggle jiggles. Prepare, take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands out and inhale, coming back. Exhale, walk the hands out and good. Drop the shoulders. Inhale, come back. Exhale and inhale, coming back. Good. Exhale. See if you can make a crazy sound. Inhale, coming back. Last one. Let's make it the craziest one yet. Okay, I'll join. Let's take a laugh. Oh, that feels so good in my body. How are you feeling?
Fine.
Fine. I feel fine. I feel good. Yeah, I feel really open. I feel energy flowing in my body and playful. And when I feel playful, I feel confident. When I feel confident, I feel loved and loving. So these are all the amazing benefits of back bends and making noise. So Simhasana. Let us know how you experience Simhasana in the comments below. All right, next we're going to do Setu Bandhasana, which is bridge pose. This is one of my favorite back bends, and there are so many variations available to us for bridge pose. So to start, we're going to find ourselves reclined, lying on our backs. Beautiful. Take a couple deep breaths here. Just feel yourself on the floor. Good. And on your next inhale, bring your feet towards your hips and bring your heels as close to your glutes as possible. Good. So Alicia did an amazing job of keeping her feet and her knees about hip width apart, and you can actually bring your feet a little bit closer together. A little heel toe squirmy wormy action. Beautiful. She also has her arms by her sides, which is perfect. Good. So what we're going to do is take a deep breath in, and on our exhale, we're going to start to undulate the spine by slightly tilting the pelvis, pressing into the feet and the palms of the hands into the earth, and bring the pelvis up toward the sky into our bridge. So we're going to press the feet and the hands into the mat, and as we exhale, lift the hips toward the sky. Good. Amazing. She's doing a great job of keeping her shoulders relaxed away from the ears, breathing in and out. Amazing, deep, full belly breaths, keeping the throat open. We're going to take one more round of breath together. And amazing. On your next exhale, slowly roll through the spine, coming back down to the earth. How are you feeling?
Good.
Bridge can be a really challenging pose. There's a lot going on. So one way that I like to practice it is to put a block in between the thighs and engaging the thighs and squeezing. Another thing I really love is to use the 3-minute egg because it forms to the body really well. Good. So let's try it with an egg or a block or a blanket, whatever you have available. Pillow works. Even a foam roller, something that you can engage those muscles. So let's take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, press into the feet, press into the palms, lift. Amazing. Imagine the spine lengthening, beautiful, and keep breathing here. Good, she's squeezing the egg. Good, relaxing the neck. Nice adjustment. One more breath in and out. See if you can bring the hips higher just a little bit. And on your next exhale, slowly bring the spine down one vertebra at a time. I love that. It's almost like a little back massage as we come out of bridge. How are you feeling?
Good.
And how do you feel the first variation versus using the egg?
I like the block better.
She likes the block. Amazing. So another way that we can practice bridge is to make it a little bit more intense, kick up the intensity. So I'm going to describe to you how you can do that. So we're going to take, we're not going to go into wheel today, but you also could go into wheel. It's another option available to you. So bring your hands back towards your sides. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, press into your hands and your feet and bring your hips towards the sky. Good. Imagine there's a block in between your thighs. Good. And you can bring the right knee up towards your chest and then back down. And bring the left knee up towards the chest and back down. You could also bring the right knee towards the chest and lift the toes toward the sky, keeping the hips up and bring it back down. And then same with the left leg. Amazing. Take a deep breath in and exhale, slowly come back down. So that's another variation that kicks it up a notch if you want to really fire up that pose. And again, doing the best you can with where you're at, doing it the first variation or the third variation. There's no right or wrong. It's just what's going to be most empowering for you in your body right now. It's going to cultivate that confidence, that strength, that courage, and that self-love. So there's also another really yummy way to practice bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana, that's more restorative, and I really love this variation. And what we're going to do is put a block under the low back, under the pelvis. So take a deep breath, and on the exhale, press up into your bridge. And you can do this yourself, or you can find a friend to slide this under your tailbone. And then you just rest your body onto the block. Is that in the right place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can play around with the placement of it.
That feels very good.
It feels so good. This is one of my favorite ways to practice bridge. Very nourishing, grounding, safe, supported, which is another really great complement to this theme of loving ourselves, caring for ourselves, healing. And you can stay here as long as you'd like. Just remember to keep breathing. I see her belly moving up and down. She's got amazing space created. Her shoulders are nice and relaxed. Her neck is relaxed. She's breathing in and out. Keep breathing. If you don't have a block, you could use a bolster, a pile of blankets or pillows, even a book, a box, whatever you have available, a bag of flour. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath here, really enjoying this nourishing posture. And when you feel ready, take a deep breath in, lift the hips, remove the block, and then slowly bring the back down to the earth. Good. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. And now for our final asana, Matsyasana. Matsya is fish, so this is fish pose. And fortunately, we have a lot of variations available for fish pose as well. So let's get started. Alicia is going to come onto her back. In the Iyengar tradition, you would start with your body in Padmasana, lotus pose, but this is most often practiced, in my experience, with the legs extended out in front of you. So what you're going to do is come onto your forearms by pressing into the mat. Good. Lifting the chest up toward the sky, and then opening the throat, bringing the head down toward the mat. So you can adjust your arms here to allow your head to reach the mat. Good. And pressing into the mat to keep that back bend. So if you want to bring your palms on the floor, beautiful. Legs extending out. You could have a pillow to help your head reach the mat. This is a very invigorating pose. Good job. She's still breathing. The throat is open, the chest is open, the belly is rising and falling. Her shoulders are nice and relaxed. Good. And if it's available in your body, in your practice, you can come back up onto the forearms to really accentuate that back bend. And when you feel complete, you can press up back to a seated position. Good. Notice how your body feels. How do you feel now versus when you started?
Good. Balanced.
Balanced. Okay. Another option available to you is to use the 3-minute eggs. So you can set this up yourself or have a friend help you. I like to use both on either side of the spine. And then you're just going to go ahead and lay back. Good, letting the head come to the floor and allowing the eggs to support the spine. Good, and she's making an adjustment to make it fit better with her body. Good. Pressing into the earth, and you could also bring your hands overhead and hold opposite elbows if that feels available to you and nourishing to you. Keep breathing. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. Good. Bring the arms back to the side of the body. Plant the palms into the earth. Press into the forearms and bring yourself back up. Pressing into the hands. Good. So that is Matsyasana with the eggs. Another really yummy restorative way to practice fish pose is with a bolster. This is one of my favorite poses to just melt into. So what you're going to do is bring the bolster right back up to your seat and then come back into Matsuyasana. Beautiful. And the head is supported. Everything is totally supported. You can let your arms relax by your sides or up above overhead. It's up to you. And if you want, you can also have blocks supporting your elbows here, if you'd like. Keep breathing. It's okay. Make it go higher. There we go. Thank you for communicating that with me. I could stay in this posture for 10 minutes, maybe even longer. So restorative, so healing. It's just a really awesome way to be supported while in this open back bend, this vulnerable position, which is allowing us to lean into that trust, that unknown, that courage, to build confidence and self-love. So keep breathing here. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath. And you can stay here as long as you'd like, but when you feel complete, press into the forearms, press into the palms to bring your body up. Use that, relax your shoulders. Oh yeah, nice way to come up. So, how you feeling?
Good, I liked that.
Okay, what was your favorite variation?
With the bolster.
With the bolster. How about if you're at home, what was your favorite variation of Matsuyasana? I want to show you one more way to practice. Look, she's ready to go back on the bolster. We'll take as much time as we want to do that. I just want to show you one more way with some blocks. So when you're ready, rolling back up. There's really an infinite number of ways to play with all of these props. I really love using a blanket too because it's really soft and cushy. So you could put a blanket behind the back. You could also put a block behind the back. Do you have a preference? Okay, we'll try the blanket. Extending the legs in front, beautiful. And then you can have your head on a block. So if you want the head below the heart, right, creating that back bend, you can make sure that you're using the lower part of the block. I'm going to have you come up one more time. Good, using the strength of your arms. I'm going to remove this. Can you come all the way up for a second? Thank you. I'm going to bring this block on its medium height, right? We have low, medium, and high. So come back down on the block. And then bring the head to the block. How does that feel?
Good.
Awesome. Taking a few deep breaths here. One more. Good. Take a nice big inhale, and on your exhale, press yourself back up. You're doing so amazing. Now, if this is still a higher level of intensity than you would like at this time, you could always bring the block lower on your back and higher for your head. So let's give that a try. Come back down on the block. And bring the head here. And, we're all at different stages in our journey. If our back is, starting to open up and this is what's available to us now, that's great. Work with where you're at. Really embrace that, love it, and it will become easier with practice. So when you're ready, you can come back up. I love how through each time your shoulders have relaxed more and more. Another amazing benefit that you said you wanted to work on earlier. So that is fish pose, Matsyasana, a really yummy way to open the back, open the heart, and embrace a back bend for self-love and confidence. So far, what has been your favorite asana that we've practiced in this workshop?
The last one with the bolster.
Matsyasana with the bolster. If you're watching at home, let us know what your favorite, most nourishing or most challenging poses were for you today in the comments below. I look forward to hearing what you have to say.
I liked bridge too with the block under me as well. Yeah, nourishing is definitely a good word to describe these poses.
Yeah, with the props, you can really create nourishing and supported postures.
Safe.
Yeah, super safe. And what's really cool is that one expression of a posture can be relaxing, safe, nourishing, all of these feelings we're describing. And just by modifying it or creating a variation, we can feel powerful and invigorated at the same time, which is really, really cool. So thank you for sharing that. So those are our asana postures, back bends for self-love and confidence. To finish our workshop today, we're going to end with some relaxation and a loving kindness meditation. So I invite you to get into your most comfortable position. You could be in Shavasana, corpse pose, relaxing on your back. You could come into Matsyasana with a bolster. I know Alicia really liked that. You could stay seated. It's really up to you. Because this was a back bends workshop, you could embrace a back bend like Alicia's doing now. And here you could have your legs extended out in front of you, or you could bring the soles of your feet together and let the knees splay out to the side. Here your options are to have your hands on the mat or bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. And Alicia is so poignantly pointing out another way to use the blocks to support the knees. Another great prop to use would be the eggs as well. So just settle into your final relaxation pose here. If you want to bring your hands to your belly, another really great mudra is the yoni mudra, bringing the pointer fingers together and the thumbs together in a triangle. So just notice the breath, notice where you're at right now. Maybe thinking about how you feel in this moment versus when we started. Noticing the quality of the breath, noticing how you feel in your body, in your heart center, in the back. And I invite you to repeat after me silently with your breath, or maybe out loud if that feels right to you. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be free and safe. May I live with ease of well-being. May all beings be happy and peaceful. May all beings be free and safe. May all beings live with ease of well-being. Repeating this loving kindness meditation, or perhaps your mantra, affirmation, or intention you created at the beginning of the workshop, or another set of words, wise mind, breathing in, breathing out. Whatever resonates with you in this moment to cultivate focus of awareness, feelings of peace, contentedness, safety, confidence, and love. When you feel complete, bring your awareness to the body, how the skin feels, touching clothes or the breeze. Bring some movement into the body with the fingers, the toes, wrist, ankle circles, maybe a full body stretch before rolling onto the side and eventually coming into a comfortable seated position. Take your time, keep breathing. Assessing how you feel now versus when you started the workshop. Keep practicing. Keep up this back bend, this heart opening. Even if you only have 2 or 3 minutes to pick your favorite posture every day, you'll get to see the benefits with continued practice over time. I am so grateful that you chose to participate in this workshop. Thank you so much, Alicia, for helping us. Thank you for choosing me as your guide today. I really appreciate it, and I'm so excited about you getting to experience the benefits of practice. If you are interested in more tips and recipes and insight on how to create and cultivate holistic health and wellness, definitely subscribe to my channel, and I really look forward to serving you in the future. Namaste.